Hi, welcome to the Market Alert for Wednesday, the 20th of December 2023. Just a note, this is going to be the last one before Christmas. I'll probably record in between, but the market is so quiet at the moment. It just seems such a pointless exercise in actually sitting here and watching 2-minute bars with an average range of 5 points being drawn on the charts. So, I mean, it will pick up, but as I mentioned last week, it's a classic case of keeping the markets on the high so they can trouser their bonuses. There's no news. We've got CPI today out in the UK, but really there's not an awful lot. And then tomorrow is Thursday, and then Friday, of course, it will become even more quiet. So down tools and see what happens when we return the day after Boxing Day, 27th. There's just no point in being here. Plus, obviously, the run-up to Christmas demands more time for different things as well. So that's what I intend to do. Well, like I said, I'm not coming back on the 2nd of January. If there's something in between, I will post it and also trade it. But at the moment, it's very, very quiet. And it's not much point because you might as well keep your powder dry for when things kick off and pick up. Simple as that. Right, let's have a look at yesterday. Hedges hammered as retail dash for trash accelerates, oil and gold jump. What hath Powell wrought? Well, all sorts of problems, but that's not being factored into the market at the moment. Hopefully in the new year it will, and we'll get a huge amount of volatility. US stocks continue to rise on Tuesday, and this is one I've been going on about for the last week or so. S&P nears all-time highs, yes indeed, and as I said before, likely to do it in between Christmas and New Year. If not before. It's got 3 more trading sessions where it could do that. It just depends on the economic news. Speaking of which, we've got UK CPI today. That's going to be marked down. So that's going to give the market a boost today. Might get more volatility. And then at 3 p.m. we've got consumer confidence from the US, which also shows an increase. So good for the S&P and existing home sales also to be slightly down there. Okay, let's have a look at the markets, kick off with the Dow and work our way through to the metals. And in the Dow, the market moving higher yesterday. It all happened late on, as you can see there. 2:30 the market down, then the market reversed and then moved higher. We've also covered or got through and traded to yesterday's high already. So again, a bit of a platform there if the market can hold support to move higher off this as well. But no doubt we'll need a pullback before doing so. In the German DAX, after making its all-time high of 17,004, the market's pulled back. An up day yesterday, returning back to the upside. We're oversold, but sideways overnight, but above the 5-bar moving average at the moment. In the 30-minute chart, up from the start, and you can see there, up for most of the 30-minute bars, but by gosh, it was painful to watch him move up like that yesterday. It is up over 100 points, and certainly to the through the high overnight, but coming back at the moment towards the close and the 200 MA. So choppy session, but one that moved to the upside there, but very, very slowly indeed. And in the S&P, quick look at the monthly chart, 4817.5, and currently we're at 4768.9, up again yesterday. You can see what they're doing here. Once the S&P has got to the all-time high, it's the broader market, you're likely to see some sort of correction coming into the markets. 30-minute 500, again, you can see this up in the morning session where the Dow wasn't, but in the afternoon continued to move and above yesterday's high as well already. In the FT100, making its way back to the high that we saw last week, just drawing some fibs there. Just remove this one. And let's just see what the high is that we've got here, 7725. Just draw that out. So watch the 78 and the 89 level in the FTSE. It's going to be an area where there is going to be some sort of resistance there. 30-minute chart shakeout to begin with. Could expect the same again this morning. Actually, maybe not, because if those inflation numbers come out at 4.4, then you're just going to see this continue to the upside. So it's a matter of watching these numbers here in the daily chart. In the US dollar, sideways to lower, 5-bar moving average resistance yesterday, market moving down. Watch for a pullback here and finding support at around 78.89 as this could be an area where the market is likely to springboard from. And in the metals, silver stuck in a sideways range at the moment, waiting to be hammered back to the downside. And in the 30-minute chart, you can see that sideways move. Blimey, yesterday they allowed it to move up with the London fix. That's unusual. Market up, a bit of a pullback there, but then continuing, but not closing above yesterday's high so far. Depends on the inflation numbers again this morning. Gold also stuck in a sideways range with a trend to the upside. It needs to break out to the upside. Whether they allow it or not, who knows. You've got the new all-time high to the left there in the chart at 21.19 that needs to be taken out. We're actually back above $2,000, having gone below it here. Maybe that's the last time we go below $2,000 for the gold market. And the 30-minute chart, you can see there the surge to the upside during yesterday. At the moment, nowhere near yesterday's high, but finding support at yesterday's closing price there. And in the gold-silver ratio, this is currently sideways. Also, like I say, everything's sideways in these last few days as we head into the weekend, and then Monday, of course, Christmas, and then Boxing Day as well. And of course, in the UK, we have far longer off than the US. The US will be back on Tuesday, if I recall, and certainly back to normal on Wednesday of next week, so a week today. So let's have a look at the basic trades for yesterday. We started off well with the market moving to the upside. I've got a bit of a spurt there, and then you'll see the trade follow through, and then eventually being taken out. So we're up to 14 points there, a bit more, 25, and then moving up, and I'm just waiting for the market to close back below the 5-bar moving average, which it's getting close to doing just there. And then the market moves lower straight after this, and then it becomes sideways, as you can see. Very tiny range for this market. Moving up in the 30-minute chart though, but when you start looking it down at these, you can see that the distance between these two lines is 12.5 points, and just look how tiny these bars are. Like I say, there's no point in being at the desk and just waiting for the market to move. The afternoon, we started off with a squirt to the downside, and that was enough to then create the losing trade, and then stuck in a range again. You can just see it's in a very tight range. So again, no point in being there. And there you'll see the same after the end of the session, but managing to get back to the previous day's high, heading back to that area. Let's have a quick look at the overnight markets and see what the 2-minute chart's doing at the moment. So in the 2 minutes, we've already been above yesterday's high, which you can see there. We've been back twice actually, and now at the close, and we're waiting for this pink vertical line, which is the CPI numbers from London at 7 a.m. It's currently 6:35. And let's just have a look, see what we got above the high when we get these numbers, which I suspect are going to be better than forecast. We've got the R1, the R2 there as well. On the downside, just in case I'm wrong, we've got the close to take out the BRN, DP, another BRN, the S1 before we get down to the low. And the low also is a psychological level, so if we do have a shakeout down to this level, then do watch out for it, because the market's likely to bounce off that. So if you're short, you want to consider locking in or taking profits at this area. Okay, that's it for this one. Let's see what the market does today. And as I said, this is the last one until probably a week today. So have a great one, and enjoy the festivities with your family, the most important things, and friends, of course. So wishing you all the best for the festivities, and I will see you a week today. As ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.